What's up guys, Kyokai1994 here, gonna review anything, you guessed it, Dragon Ball from Ball to Z and everything in between, and we are back to review another Super Dragon Ball Heroes episode. Episode 2 just came out, and remember in the last episode when I complained about the fighting not being long enough? Because, oh, did they deliver on the fighting in this episode. So now that I've watched it, I actually want to review the episode and give you my thoughts and opinions on it, and maybe try to see what we can come up with to try to continue to make this show better. The episode opens on a lava-filled crater imprisoning the Dark Sign and confining him. He charges his ki and obliterates the bonds in Cell, freeing himself. Fu claps in amazement at the sign and is happy that he's actually brought him to the prison planets for the experiment. Goku wants to know where all these strong guys are, but Vegeta urges that he keeps sensing trying to find Trunks. When abruptly as always, someone is seen flying right in their direction, and it looks to be the Dark Sign from the color of his aura. Goku states that his ki is massive as the figure actually grows closer. The intense battle begins as Vegeta and Goku charge at the sign while he throws wave of ki blasts at them. Goku goes in for the face shot only to be consumed and maddened by the mystery sign's ki. And finally, another round of Goku versus Vegeta begins during Goku's new maddened state. Strangely, Goku's ki blasts all actually resemble the same color as the mystery signs. Vegeta deflects all of the barrage of ki blasts from Goku, but sadly one is actually sent flying towards Mai. Mai is actually about to be on her way to be judged by King Yemma when out of nowhere a Saiyan saves her. Not any old Saiyan, mind you, the best Saiyan at saving Mai. Trunks. He blocks the attack and actually wants to know what she is doing there. Vegeta's plan is to split the battle up, Trunks versus Goku and Vegeta versus the new threat. Vegeta's actually making his way in for a shot when suddenly he's hit from the side by a ki attack. The screen shifts and we see a very familiar villain, at least familiar if you've seen, the old Z movies. Cooler joins in on the soiree and Fu comes over the planet's intercom telling everyone not to let their guard down. Fu also gives us the small little detail that the new Saiyan's ki makes anyone's mind who touches it snap and they actually go mad. Trunks reveals that Cooler is actually helping them, at least for now, and takes his turn up against Goku. After some blows are exchanged, Cooler says that if his brother could achieve another level, he could as well, and the magnificent transformation that is Golden Cooler is introduced to the series. Cooler knocks Goku back to normal and tries at Cumber with a huge ki blast. But Cumber kind of eats it while not moving at all. Cumber reveals that he actually likes the Saiyans and is enjoying the fight, so it's time to actually fight, and he rips his straitjacket to pieces like Trunks' jacket from movie 8. The sky darkens and all have to dodge the earth that is flying at them, mixed with ki attacks. Mai pulls out two Potara that she was actually given by Supreme Kai and throws them to Goku and Vegeta. Trunks and Cooler take the heat off the other two momentarily. More so actually Trunks kind of getting choked out, but whatever. They as a team are keeping the attention on them, and you know what that means is next. Guess who's back? Back again. Vegito's back. Tell your friends. Vegito is now introduced to the series and with a nice new set of threads. I'm actually loving the new colorway on him. Now it's time for the show to actually begin, and Vegito seamlessly goes into blue and charges towards the Dark Sign, and as always, this is where the episode ends. First off, I do want to actually mention that I really enjoyed this episode a lot more than I did the first episode. But some of the complaints that I had with the first episode will be rolling over into this one and most likely into the rest of my reviews of this series. So it actually looks as though that Super Dragon Ball Heroes runtime will be sticking around the 9-minute mark until they show us otherwise, and honestly, I don't think that they will be extending it anytime soon, even though I want them to. Even though I feel it's something that could actually help these shorts. Other than the runtime, I actually don't have that many complaints with this episode. I feel for the allotted time that the story flowed smoothly and fast, but didn't seem too rushed. I'm actually happy at how they paced and did this episode, and I hope that if they are going to stay around the 9-minute mark or so, that each episode primarily has fighting with snippets of some dialogue thrown in quickly just to kind of fill in the characters and the situations that are going on. But more so, again, if they're going to pick the 9-minute mark, I want to see more of these what-if fights. I love what they're doing with Cumber so far. His design, his aura, his attacks and abilities already have me wanting to know so many things about him, and I have so many questions and have been left with so many questions with the first 2 showings of him. And we've only really seen him in the series on screen for kind of a combined total of 8 minutes or so. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with him. Now, I know that I've actually spoken on how I hate returning villains from the series and movies. It's kind of to be expected when the show is actually under the banner Super Dragon Ball Heroes, so going into it I already kind of had a feeling that there would be plenty of old characters returning. So I was actually happy to see the return of Cooler, and I'm actually happy to see that they have him in his final form for this series. Well, final form until they show older brother is just like younger brother, and he has a stunning transformation showing his golden side. I will admit that I actually really enjoyed this transformation and really liked seeing it from it, and honestly feel that it's pretty stunning. Maybe not as much as Golden Frieza in the Tournament of Power towards the end of Super, but a pretty good transformation overall. I have to admit that this is actually any what-if fanboy's dream right now. The show is just showing some of the what-if situations Heroes is gonna put our favorite characters throughout this series. Now, let's move from the villains of the universe and actually start talking about some of the heroes now. Was Vegito's introduction not great? Let's give a show a thumbs up for that, am I right? Maybe a thumbs up on the video if you catch my drift. He's finally back and ready than ever, and since Vegito's outfit is different, we get a cool new colorway that I actually happen to prefer to the blue one that we see in both Z and Super. It's cool to see him utilize blue, but it's been done before. Just wait until they introduce Gogeta. That will be the day that I'm most excited with this title. It may not be as long as you think. If Super Dragon Ball Heroes continues on like they did in this episode, I feel it is something that will definitely grow the Heroes brand, sell more games, more cards, and hopefully, with an overseas demand for it, we can get all the games translated and Heroes arcade machines installed nationwide, but that's just a dream for now. Sadly, the next episode looks like it won't actually be out till September, so we're gonna have to wait to see what happens next. Overall, I think that I'd actually give the episode 5 Vegitos out of 7. The time is really still affecting my ratings on the overall show, and it doesn't look like they'll be changing that anytime soon, so I'll probably be taking that into consideration from here on out in my ratings. I want to thank you guys so much for wasting some time here with me today to watch me review and talk about my feelings on the second episode of Super Dragon Ball Heroes. I want you guys to actually leave a like on the video if you enjoyed my thoughts and review of the show overall. And you know what? Just like the video because Vegito came back, right? I want you guys to tell me your thoughts on episode 2 of Super Dragon Ball Heroes and what you guys thought of Cumber down in the comments section below. I can't wait to see what else he is capable of, and do you think Vegito will actually defeat Cumber in their first match? Let me know down in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, I definitely encourage you guys to go down there and make sure that that red button is actually gray to make sure that you're up to date with all things going on the channel. Be that gameplay, discussions, what-ifs, it would definitely mean a lot for you guys to actually check the channel out, and I know you'll find something that you enjoy over there. I actually want to thank you all and hope you have an amazing day, and as always, I will catch you guys next time.